Welcome to the most deleted, shadow banned, demonetized, censored, and trolled channel on social media. Recipient of the Patriot Warrior Purple Q Award. Before we start, allow me to welcome our new sponsor, Attorneys on Retainer. If you are ever involved in a self-defense situation, the physical conflict could be the least of your problems. The legal fees could ruin your life as the aftermath of your self-defense actions. Attorneys on Retainer has you covered with not one, but a team of 4 lawyers who specialize in self-defense cases. AOR is not an insurance company. They are a law firm that has you covered. In a world of increasing senseless violence and home invasions, you cannot afford to not be protected. AOR will cover any bail and all legal expenses and provide you with a team of 4 attorneys in self-defense case gone sideways. For about $1 a day, you can rest assured that you will not be ruined financially by legal expenses if you get involved in a bad situation. The links are in the description, and you can use a screenshot of the following screen referral code for a discount on your membership. Get covered now. Attorneys on Retainer. Call 866-404-5112, and the referral code is DA342NI329. It is exceedingly rare these days to discover a true work of creative genius, particularly when it involves the use of artificial intelligence. The following video is a rare exception to that rule. A true work of art using AI to convey a painful truth that the world has denied for far too long. The talent underlying the graphics is obvious. The truth in the comedy, seen through the eyes of final victory over a lifetime of tragedy, will rewrite the pages of history forever.
So, Mr. Khamenei, you will have to fill this form first.
I think there was some kind of mistake.
Hey, yeah, you tell me. Yeah, well, they are always like that. Yeah, I know. Later. Yes, as I said before, you need to fill out the form right here.
Boss, I have something very peculiar waiting for you in my office.
Huh, perfect. Okay, Lucy, later. I have a client right now.
Deeply respected demon,
BeelzeBob. That's a pretty common demon name around here.
Yes, BeelzeBob, I think there's been a terrible misunderstanding. I am the great Ayatollah, you understand?
Yes, I understand everything perfectly. I have your file here. I'll read it to you now. Let's review your stellar resume, Your Eminence, in chronological order, of course. We love a well-organized damnation file. You can also watch the video footage on the screen. Started strong in the 1980s. President during the Iran-Iraq War, you masterfully stretched that glorious 8-year bloodbath into a record-breaking human sacrifice. 1 million dead souls, including thousands of children sent to clear minefields with plastic paradise keys around their necks. Because true Islamists adore offering their own kids to the cause. We in hell absolutely love that kind of devotion. Sheer ideological brilliance. Okay, next. 1988, the legendary prison massacre. 30,000 political prisoners erased in weeks. Clean, fast, no mercy. We love it. 1989 onward, built the ultimate proxy terror network. Hezbollah, Hamas, Houthis, Iraqi militias. You funded, armed, trained them all like a true CEO of chaos. Hezbollah, your golden child in Lebanon. Once upon a time, Lebanon was the glittering jewel of the Middle East, a prosperous, multi-confessional paradise with stunning beaches, booming banks, vibrant nightlife, and people of every faith living side by side. Then the Palestine Liberation Organization turned it into their armed playground. Cross-border raids, chaos, civil war. Israel came in 1982 and kicked them out. And there, in the smoking ruins, you saw opportunity. You forged Hezbollah out of the ashes. A far deadlier, far more fanatical upgrade. Thanks to your brilliant stewardship, that once thriving Mediterranean gem became a bankrupt, militia-choked terrorist cesspool. From paradise to perfect proxy playground. Pure genius in the art of strategic decay. And of course, we can't forget about Hamas, your proud Gaza franchise, the crown jewel of plausible deniability. You poured in hundreds of millions in cash, Iranian-made rockets, tunnel blueprints, military trainers, and endless ideological pep talks straight from Tehran. Turned a tiny coastal strip into a fortress of terror. And let's not overlook the genius touch. Disguising command centers, weapon caches, and fighter bunkers under hospitals, schools, mosques, and UN facilities. Hospitals packed with rockets instead of medicine. Schools turned into rocket launching pads, using civilians as living shields while screaming war crimes when anyone dares strike back.
A butcher must sometimes sharpen his knife on innocence, for Allah's greater glory, of course.
Like you did on October 7th.
Well, I might have played a part here.
And you did a stellar job, Your Excellency. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Green Movement in 2009 smashed it to pieces. Millions poured into the streets after your rigged election, chanting, "Where is my vote?" waving green flags, thinking they could topple the theocracy. You unleashed the besieged thugs, riot police, and IRGC goons. Batons cracking skulls, live ammunition into crowds, hundreds shot dead in days. Then the real fun began in prisons. Mass arrests of thousands, savage beatings, electric shocks, mock executions, and yes, systematic rape of both men and women detainees to break their spirits. Moving on. In 2019, you tripled fuel prices overnight. The streets boiled with rage again, and you answered with bullets, as usual. Straight to women, children, anyone breathing defiance. Around 1,500 souls harvested in days. Then, to bury the evidence, you choked the whole country's internet for nearly a week. Perfect silence, perfect slaughter. Exquisite. Moving on. The Woman, Life, Freedom Uprising in 2022. Oh, what a delicious chapter. It all started with the murder of Mahsa Amini, a 22-year-old Kurdish girl beaten to death by your morality police for a few strands of hair peeking out. One arrest, one coma, one funeral, and the whole country erupted. Millions hit the streets, women burning hijabs, cutting hair on video, chanting "Woman, Life, Freedom," and "Death to the Dictator" right at you. As always, you deployed your favorite methods. Live rounds into crowds. Over 500 killed. Birdshots to blind protesters forever. Thousands wounded. Then the prisons. Mass arrests of 20,000 plus, savage beatings, electric shocks, and systematic sexual torture, gang rapes, forced nudity, threats to families, to crush their spirits, all by the book. Morality police doubled down. More whippings, acid attacks, public shamings, fashion enforcement on steroids. No wonder feminists around the globe adore your authentic regime. And now, let's talk about the October 7th masterpiece. Your proxies in Hamas went on quite the rampage. Mass rape, vicious murders, hundreds of hostages, women, children, elderly, no discrimination at all. And then calling it heroic resistance afterward. Well, you are a marketing legend, Your Eminence. An absolute evil genius. And the UN, of course, decided to give you the ultimate reward for all these glorious achievements. They handed Iran the presidency of the UN Human Rights Council in 2023. Then let your delegation lecture the world on women's rights and peaceful protest management. What a sick twist. Even down here in hell, we had to double-check the headlines to make sure it wasn't some cosmic prank. We were laughing so hard, our pitchforks started vibrating. And the 2026 grand finale. January protests crushed with shoot-to-kill orders. Over 30,000. Some whisper 36,000. The souls are still pouring. Machine-gunned in days. Mass graves. Total blackout. Your magnum opus, fresh blood still steaming, turned a whole nation into hardcore theocracy deluxe.
But why am I here? This place looks very reminiscent of, hell. I did everything Allah told me to do.
Oh no, you heard the voice perfectly, Your Eminence. The one who commanded rivers of blood, child martyrs, endless holy wars, hardcore woman abuse, and absolute terror in his name. The one you served, the one who issued the orders. The original founder, the chairman of the board, the final boss. And our dear father, you call him Allah. We just call him by his first name down here, Lucifer.
It can't be.
Welcome to hell, Your Eminence. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that bell, or we'll ring it for you forever.
Ever since the Great Awakening, thousands of content creators like myself have been burning the midnight oil well into the wee hours of the morning, and millions of us who are awake are not getting enough sleep. Everyone knows that a good night's sleep is essential for efficient functioning of the cognitive processes that enable a person to discern truth from fiction and deep state-induced woke dementia. Well, years before I was asked to be an advertiser for MyPillow, I have been using their products. The first product I used was, of course, the pillows. I was impressed with the comfort, and I was able to fall off to sleep almost immediately rather than having to fight a bag of foam and trying to get comfortable. The pillowcases and Giza sheets are absolutely the bee's knees, and I have sets for the 2 beds I have in my home. Another thing is their body pillow. I suffer from a lumbar spine injury that is exacerbated by my preference to sleep on my side. Having the body pillow to roll onto alleviates the pressure and mitigates the discomfort, allowing me to fall asleep quickly. Mike Lindell, a great American patriot, has an entire line of quality products that everyone should try. Once you sleep with the pillows and sheets, you'll throw the ones you have in the garbage or donate them to Goodwill. If you go to www.mypillow.com, there is a link in the description. As a viewer and subscriber to this channel, you can buy anything in the store for 66% off. That's 1/3 of the retail price. Just fill your shopping cart and use promo code N4T at the checkout. Take it from me, folks, I've been using Mike Lindell's products since 2015. There is nothing like them on the market, and I say this with 71 years of sleeping experience. Don't forget, use promo code N4T at checkout.